Hey, welcome to my Juice Cleanse workshop. I am so honored that you have joined me and are willing to come on a journey to learn a little bit about juicing and hear my juice cleanse story. And maybe you're interested in joining a juice cleanse coming up next month. So, hey, get yourself comfortable and we are going to dive right in to this workshop. All right. Yay, it's all working. So, today is the day. And let's share a little bit about me. For those of you who haven't been following me, who don't know who I am, again, my name is Rani, and as you can see, here is a beautiful picture of my 3 children. So I'm a wife, mum of 3. I have 3 cat babies and 1 fur dog baby as well. So I love nature and animals, and we live in the beautiful Northland of New Zealand, and we love to play in the ocean. We surf as a family, and I also love to sing and write and express myself. So that's a little bit about me. I'm also a trained primary school teacher, so I did that before I had children. And then maybe 6-7 years ago, I woke up to taking ownership of my health and my wellness. So that got me passionate. And then I studied to become a naturopath. And I have been a naturopath this is my 2nd year since I've been graduated. And in between that time of training and becoming a naturopath, I did a 30-day juice cleanse. So juicing was new to me before my 30-day juice cleanse, and I am going to share my story about that soon. So hold tight. Yes. This is like a beginner's guide to juice cleansing, okay? Just want you to know in no shape or form is this comprehensive and all there is to know about juicing. This is just a beginner's guide, and hopefully if you think this is for you, you might join the 5-day juice cleanse that I have coming up next month. But of course, it's up to you. Enjoy this workshop, and let's keep diving deeper about what is a juice cleanse. I'm sure you all know, but just to be sure, a juice cleanse is only drinking liquids. Okay, so here is a green juice I have prepared, and I'll share this recipe with you a little later. But it's only liquid, okay? So it's freshly pressed fruits and vegetables. And so we take all the fiber out of it. It's not smoothies, it's just juice, all right? So on this juice cleanse, you can also have water. Let's have some of that too. Herbal teas, coconut water, and broth has got a question mark next to it because as a plant-based eater, I did not have any bone broths. After 21 days of juicing, I think I included some vegetable broth, but mainly for short-term juice cleansing, I mostly recommend just fruits and vegetables. Okay, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So why on earth would you put yourself through a juice cleanse? Well, cleansing is so important. So cleansing has been used for thousands of years to, enhance your health, your physical health, and also your spiritual well-being, okay? So to be honest, our world is sadly very toxic at the moment. It's in the air we breathe, in the food, in our water, it's in our fast-paced rat race lifestyle, in our makeup, in our medications, even supplements. There's toxins coming at us from so many directions, And that is why we need to cleanse our bodies, because what's coming in is building up toxins, and you will know by the symptoms and how you feel in your body. If you're not feeling super clear, super energized, waking up with just joy and excitement and ease in your body every day, then cleansing is for you. Anyone else, it's for me. So take a moment, take a breath. Just imagine if you never cleaned your house. Exactly. Okay? If we are not giving our body a chance to cleanse and reset, then imagine if you didn't clean your house. And on that note, there are lots of ways to cleanse your body. Juice cleansing is one wonderful way. Water fasting is also another wonderful way. And maybe you have had a go and experimented with water fasting. Awesome. What I would do to compare the two is just saying that water fasting is like cleaning your house on your own, okay? So you're getting the water, but that's all. Your body has to do the rest of the work. For me, juice cleansing or juice fasting is like you are paying and hiring cleaners to come and do the job with you, okay? Because the nutrients from this juice, they are like the cleaners, and they do wonderful things, and that's how I'd compare the two, okay? It's like the nutrients from the juice, from the fruits and the vegetables, are just like paid cleaners that go and do wonderful things. So there's great value in a juice cleanse, and again, water fasting is wonderful too. So why on earth would you do a juice cleanse? Okay, like I said before, it's just juice. We take the fiber out. So that is giving your body, your digestive system, I should say, a complete rest. It doesn't have to break this down at all. It goes in there, it just has to absorb. That's a lot easier than having to break down and all the other stuff your digestive system has to do, and moving the fiber through your bowels and all that stuff. So we do it to heal our gut. We do it to reset from healthy habits. I mean, over winter, who else has picked up some habits that are not serving them, that maybe have made them put on a little bit of weight? Maybe you're feeling sluggish. Well, juice cleansing can help regenerate our cells, support our organs, and then the longer we juice cleanse anyway, our body is able to go and do deeper work, restorative work. So, if you're regenerating your cells, over time you're regenerating your organs as well. So juice cleansing can really allow your body to go and target the things that it's put on the back burner. That list of, when I get round to it kind of list that you have for your house or your business, or your body has a get around to it list, and it's like, yes, when I get the right nutrients, when I get a good rest, I'm going to work on this. And so that is what you are going to be doing when you do a juice cleanse. Sounds good? All right. So who can do a juice cleanse? Not everyone, to be honest. If you are pregnant and breastfeeding, this is not your season to do a juice cleanse. But I will encourage you, have a juice or two a day. That is more than okay to do. In fact, that's going to nourish you and your baby so wonderfully. So juices are amazing, but a juice cleanse for pregnant and breastfeeding, no. And also if you have kidney or liver disease, well, again, I'm not going to be able to coach you through a juice cleanse, okay? Because there are specific factors at play that it's not ideal for you. If you have mild health complaints, if you want to reset, if you're just feeling like you need to cleanse your body, but you're also feeling quite supported in yourself, this is your time to do a juice cleanse, okay? If you are juggling too many things and you're like super busy and you're just like, yeah, I need a reset, but I'm not willing to lay anything down, I would advise you against doing a juice cleanse, because if we try and cleanse our body while we are still in fight or flight mode, go, it's counterproductive. That round to it list that your body has, it's going to go, no, I might be getting nutrients, but I'm not getting the peace and rest that I need to do these jobs, okay? So make sure you are feeling supported, that you can invest a little extra time in this juice cleanse, and then this juice cleanse is for you. And so there's some people fit in the only with medical permission category. If you are taking daily prescription medicine, you're chronically ill, you're diabetic, we're going to have to work with your doctor to see if a juice cleanse is for you, okay? So if you do join my juice cleanse, there'll be a form you fill in, and it'll be your responsibility to let me know if you fit in any of those categories, all right? Very good. So what are the benefits? We're going to reset from unhealthy habits. We really reset our palate when we eat these beautiful, vibrant foods. A couple of weeks ago, I just did a raw food cleanse, so just raw food for 7 days. Excuse me. And when I went to eat some other foods afterwards, I was surprised that it was quite flavorless, to be honest. It's like, wow, your body really gets a reset. Your taste buds get a reset, and you start to crave fruits and vegetables. So anyone else out there need to crave fruits and vegetables for the spring, summer season? Yes, that's why we're doing the juice cleanse. So we can heal our gut, immune, hormonal, skin issues. And in saying that, we want our skin to feel better. On my 30-day juice cleanse, my face started to glow and radiate and be so vibrant. And I loved it. But it took a few days to get there. And I will warn you, sometimes we got a healing crisis when we cleanse. So sometimes you get breakouts and things come to the surface. And that's because they need to be touched with love and healed. Okay, they need to be accepted, noticed, and then we let them go, right? So that's awesome. We can lose weight. We release toxic mind, thoughts, and emotions. So in the picture here you see of me, yes, you can see some weight loss, but mainly looking down lower in my abdomen, you can see where it's gone. My stomach has gone a lot flatter. And because I had a 9-centimeter ovarian cyst in there, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that really soon, but I was releasing toxins on my juice cleanse, and you can see it. And you have increased mental clarity, like if you are having brain fog and forgetting things, well, raw foods and juices are amazing for mental clarity, because you're not having that second brain in your gut driving all your thoughts and your actions and bringing fogginess, okay? You've got clarity. So that is amazing benefit. And heightened spiritual awareness is one of my other favorites. I love the dream time I enjoy while I'm cleansing and fasting. I love the revelations and the downloads and the visions. I have so much more clarity in that spiritual space. So yeah, cool benefits of juicing. All right, a little bit about how long we should juice cleanse. So 1 to 3, day 1 to 3, usually can be a little bit rough, depending on if you have cleansed before. If you fasted, detoxed, done any kind of reset before, you'll set up a little bit better. But usually, this is me. Everyone's unique, so your experience will be unique. But usually me, even though I cleanse, day 1, I'm feeling great until the end of the day, and I'm like, oh, tired, maybe getting a little cranky if I'm missing some of my favorite foods. Sleep really solid, like gone. And then day 2, sometimes it's getting better these days the more I cleanse, but sometimes it's like very hard to wake up. I know when I first did my 30-day juice cleanse, I struggled to get out of bed. My body went into full detox mode. Okay, so day 2 was pretty crappy for me. Day 3 started off crappy, and then I started to feel better. Now, I have had clients say, I didn't feel better on day 3, and I was waiting to feel better. So again, you can't quote me, but these are very generic things when you detox. Day 1 to 3, or you want to allow some space and some grace in your world, okay? Because you want to get rid of junk, you want to clean your house, it's going to be some work, some mahi. So, yeah. Day 4 to 7 is usually a great length of time to begin a juice cleanse because you get past the worst detox symptoms and then you start to feel great. You start to have clarity. You start to maybe have your skin glowing. You start to get in a little bit of a rhythm and get used to the juices. Your taste buds have adjusted, and so they're enjoying the juices. You're having less cravings. And so those can be just golden, magical times. So we're doing a 5-day juice cleanse. It's flexible. If you want to do less, if you want to do more, that's fully up to you. But the group coaching one, we're aiming for 5 this time. If we go longer, which in my case I did, you just deepen the cleansing. Just remember, if you're going to clean your home 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then you just keep cleaning, can you imagine the things you're going to tackle? I mean, the places you don't see, clearing out the cupboards, decluttering, renewing spaces, cleaning walls, cleaning ceilings, windows, windowsills. Okay, so it's the same in your body. The longer you give your body this amazing gift of a juice cleanse, the deeper it can go. So, going longer than 2 weeks, it requires, any juice cleanse requires discipline, but it requires, real commitment and focus and discipline to go the distance. And you need to have a really big why for that. So here's part of my big why. Here I am in Destin. I'm looking happy. I'm having a great, amazing time in America, learning new things, and I went on a retreat, and then I met my Young Living family over there and was having so much fun until I wasn't having fun anymore, and I ended up in ER. And I'm just going to take the time to sorry, new to this thing. I just wanted to talk to you face to face at this time about my story, that when I was in Destin, Florida, having a good old time, then I ended up in ER because of pain from an ovarian cyst. And so I did have pain and learned that I had an ovarian cyst about 20 months prior to the second episode. So my first episode, I had no idea. I didn't even know anything about ovarian cyst. And I just end up in intense pain that just keeps escalating. And I'm trembling in pain and end up in ER and on morphine. This is back in New Zealand. And that's when I first learned and had a scan that I had an ovarian cyst. And at the time, I was studying to be a naturopath. So I knew if my body created this, there was a reason for it. And I need to know what is causing, this toxic buildup and deal with it. And so I took ownership of my health from that point in time. I didn't want surgery because my heart told me that my body was designed to heal itself. And so I was on this journey. I did the ketogenic diet for a while, and we had a follow-up scan. It was a little bit smaller, and then I got a little bit lax with that because who knows, eating no carbs and no sugar is challenging. And so this was over an 8-month period of time that I was eating ketogenic, but I fell off that wagon, and I just used essential oils on my abdomen and things like that, but it wasn't anything consistent. So fast forward to when I'm in America, having a great time until this pain hits again, and it just escalates until I'm just trembling. And this is the day I'm meant to fly home, and I'm in ER now. And they took me in for some scans. I was trembling in pain the whole time through the scans. So afterwards, they show the scans were inconclusive because they couldn't even get an accurate picture because of my shaking. And I'm walking back by myself in the hospital from the scan, and I just have this massive wave of emotion that, oh my gosh, like this is the scariest moment in my life. I'm in so much pain. I'm so far from my family and my loved ones, and I'm alone, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to go home. And you can just imagine how I felt, and I had this massive panic attack. I started hyperventilating, and a beautiful friend, Leslie, who I'd just made a few days before, she'd taken me to the hospital, and she came to me and she held me through that and was able to just hold me so close and let my breathing calm down. And things started to get a little bit better from there. The pain reduced a little bit, and I finally got some medication that worked. And after a couple of hours in ER, they signed me off. They let me go to the airport, and I was a little late to the check-in. Like, that was how close it was that I got some medication. I was so zonked out and freaked out, but whew, I go to the airport and check in, and I'm just like crying my way through the airport, through the check-in, crying with like overwhelm, but also just relief. Like, I'm going home, I'm going to be okay, to my family. And so that was a real blur. I did sleep a lot on the plane, which was wonderful. And then when I got home, I was like, I need to do something about this ovarian cyst. Like, it's a ticking time bomb within me. And if you've had an ovarian cyst and you've experienced this pain, I have so much compassion for you. And yeah, that's why I'm here offering this Juice Cleanse workshop. Not because I can promise and make medical claims that, you know, do this and it's going to equal that. We're all unique, but this was a gift to me and my health. And so, you know, if you give your body a gift, who knows what it can do for you. So when I was in America, I met another beautiful friend, Jack Cross, and he'd worked in cleansing and detoxing, and he said, Renita, you just need to do a 30-day juice cleanse and your body will get rid of all those toxins. And I was like, okay, 30 days is better than surgery and then a long recovery. So he helped coach me through this, and that was my big why. I'd been in ER twice. I had this ticking time bomb within me, and I was desperate for a fast and effective solution. And yeah, what is your big why? I'm going to share my screen again. What is your big why? And there were totally times I wanted to give up. 30 days is a long time. My husband was away for 2 of those weeks, because when I got back from America, we had a week together, and then he had to go somewhere else. And so I had to have a big why. I had to get focused on this ticking time bomb has got to go. I am learning that, you know, you give your body what it needs. It can balance, it can heal. You know, it's not the juice cleanse that heals you. It's your body is designed to heal when you give it what it was designed to work with. All right. It's the right fuel for your body to do what it needs to do, to get onto that list of what do I need to get around to. My body was like, yes, I need to get rid of these toxins. So the results, really cool. I'm just so delighted to share. The day before I went for my scan, I went to do my studies, my exam to be a naturopath, and I graduated. I qualified that day. I passed my last exam. So I was feeling high and happy. I'm a naturopath now. Next day, I go and do my scan, and the lady's looking. She's looking on my left ovary because there was a 9-centimeter ovarian cyst. And she's looking and she's looking and she's like, there's nothing there. Like, you have a perfectly normal ovary. There is no scar tissue whatsoever. And I was so elated. That was like an amazing weekend. Like, graduate as a naturopath, find out my 30-day juice cleanse had done what my body needed to do. Perfect ovary. Woohoo! So you can celebrate with me. That was an awesome testimony. So yeah, let's get back on to juice cleansing. Look, juice cleansing, how I do it, or how Jack coached me through it, you can also call it juice feasting. It is not restrictive. Okay, so if you're hungry, you make a juice, you have more juice. If you're feeling bloated and full and you're meant to have more juice that day, you don't. Have some water, wait till your body is ready for another juice. The goal is to flood the body with nutrients, not to deprive it, okay? So although you'll feel cravings and hungry for certain things, you should feel nourished for the most part of the juice cleanse. Women, rough guideline 3 to 4 liters, men 4 to 5, but honestly, don't starve yourself and don't stuff yourself. I am more on the side of the intuitive approach, okay? It's so much better to be intuitive because your body is giving you real-time feedback. Not like, oh, Rani in the workshop said I need to be drinking 4 liters. Well, no, I'd rather you be intuitive. That's a little guideline, all right? So give your body what it needs. And all my recipes, most of them will get you the ratio right. So we want to have plenty of vegetables and greens, and we're using the fruit to sweeten, okay? So you want to make sure you have 2 big green juices a day with lots of leafy greens in them, because those leafy greens provide protein and they're essential on your juice cleanse if you want to be feeling great, okay? And you do need fruits because your body is running on these simple sugars. And so you don't need to worry about that sugar content because, look, you're not having any carbs to convert into sugars. So we're just getting these lovely nutrients that are going to provide you a good amount of energy. Yeah. Any questions after this workshop, just put them in the comment because we can talk through them, all right? Strain your juices. Even after you juice, there is pulp left over. And because we're giving our digestive system a full rest, we want to sieve out any remaining fiber, remove all the pulp, okay? So, where you can, use organic or spray-free produce. So I went to my local growers market. I definitely didn't have all organic food and I still got amazing results. I tried my best to get spray-free produce where I could, and then there's grace for the rest, okay? So we don't want a concentrated juice concoction with chemicals in it. That's why we do our best to get spray-free. That's why you should do your best to visit your local growers market and connect or order some organic produce that you can get direct to you that's locally or somewhat locally grown. Yes, do your best, don't stress over the rest, because the power of your intention is phenomenal. I don't know if you read any books about this. Dr. Joe Dispenza is amazing. You are the placebo. So if I didn't have spray-free produce and then I juice it and I'm like, oh, darn it, it's got chemicals in it, and we focus on the chemicals, then our intention is going to be powerful and we're not going to receive from the juice as much as we could. So when we do our best and don't stress about the rest, we have positive intention that this is a healing, nourishing juice, that it has everything my body needs to balance, then that's powerful, okay? So your intention is important. Do your best. How long can I store my juices? Look, it's ideal to drink them straight away. And it's also fine within 24 to 48 hours max, okay? You really don't want to be going past 48 hours. And when you're juicing, like it takes a few hours to juice in advance. So if you juice the night before because you've got to go to work, look, that's going to be great for the day before, but don't extend it too further in advance than that, okay? Because the more fresh, the better. Store in a glass jar, in the fridge, keep in a chiller bag when you travel. Don't store in plastic, please, and give a little stir before, because it does separate a little bit. Supplements, they are not required on this juice cleanse, okay, because you're getting all the nutrients your body needs. We don't want your digestive system having to break down a supplement. After 21 days, I started taking a tablespoon or teaspoon of hemp oil. Would put that in my tomato juice at the end of the day. And that's only recommended when you go on longer juice cleanses because you're not getting any essential fatty acids. You're not getting fats from this. So you won't need to worry about that if you're just doing the 5-day juice cleanse. No supplements needed. But remember, again, if you are taking medication daily, you're going to have to talk to your doctor before you can do a juice cleanse. So with waters and teas, you can drink organic herbal teas, which if the weather cools down and you have a dull day, you will want to do that because juices are very alkaline and cooling, and you can feel very cold in your system, which is why I've waited till November to do the juice cleanse because I love warm weather to juice. So make sure they're caffeine free, and green tea is not caffeine free. Regular tea, it's got caffeine in it, so we want to avoid those ones. So you can enjoy a whole host of herbal teas, and I also had coconut water that was really hydrating, like, you know, it's got electrolytes in it, so it was really revitalizing option that I had on hand when I hadn't made a juice or I just needed something quickly to quench my thirst. And drinking plenty of pure water. Make sure it is filtered, it's not full of chlorine and other nasties. Alkaline water is amazing and even better if you have access to that. Yeah, those are the things that you can have. So I talked a little bit about cleansing symptoms before day 1 to 3. So just imagine you're cleaning your house, you're going to be getting rid of stuff. You're going to have rubbish bags and piles of stuff, and then you're going to find stuff you haven't used for ages or clothes you need to get rid of, and so you may have some cleansing symptoms because you've got stuff you need to move on. Okay, so that's why it's important to transition into a juice cleanse gradually and smoothly, which is why I coach people and do it in a group, because I want people to have the most success, and for it not to be just this major contrast and awful experience. And it can be an awful experience if you are partying and drinking and eating all sorts of indulgent food the night before, and then you start juicing the next day. It's just like you're going to hire some cleaners to clean your house, right? And the night before you have this massive party in your house and there's rubbish everywhere. And, you know, what is the cleaners going to have to start with? They're going to have to start with the junk from last night, and they're going to have to get that out as quick as they can. So we want to transition into a juice cleanse like we start cleaning. Like, you know, if you're smart, before the cleaner comes, you start doing all the surface things so they can start to go deeper and really target the stuff that you want them to target. All right, so that's what I like to coach people through. So you may have headaches, tiredness, your bowel motions might change, and it's honestly, you can have both ends. Some people get clogged up, some people are loose. Like, everyone's so unique there. Nausea, muscle aches, brain fog, and feeling cold. These are some symptoms. Even numbness in your extremities. I had a little bit of that. So we're starting on a Saturday because we need to allow that days 1 to 3 have more grace. Okay, and if you work Saturdays or something like that, you might want to choose another day. But in general, you need to pick the first 2 days should be days off for you, or very quiet, easy days. All right. So support the bowels. Now, as I said, everyone's different, but if you are not having a daily bowel motion at the moment, that's the first thing you need to work on. Okay, because if your body is wanting to detox and get rid of all those toxins and your bowels aren't moving, well, you're going to have to reabsorb those toxins, and that is not what we desire. So right now, if you're not going daily, that's your first goal. Kiwi fruits, prunes, eating lots of other types of fruits to get your bowels moving, and drinking lots of water. Please get your bowels going so that you're going to transition smoothly. Okay, 1 to 3 bowel motions a day is healthy. So when you're on the juice cleanse, if you skip 2 days of pooping, you need to do something to support that. And so I can provide you with things to help in that situation. Yep, so again, when we're cleansing and losing weight, so our body actually stores toxins in fat cells to protect us from them. So when your body goes, oh yeah, I can finally release this, we can shed weight because those toxins no longer needed to be stored in the fat cells. So that's pretty interesting to know. And I do advise all my clients as a naturopath, be nosy, observe your poop. You might see some interesting things as you get further into your juice cleanse, what your body is getting rid of. So funny. You want to support your lymph system, okay, because that's what carries the white blood cells around your body to cleanse and safely remove toxins. So how do you support your lymph? Because your heart has a pump to pump the blood, but your lymph doesn't. So it's important we move. Gentle movement, walking, Pilates, yoga, they are recommended. Breathing, okay, when you're deep breathing, that's also acting a little bit like a pump to move the lymph throughout your body. And dry skin brushing is another one that we can do to stimulate the lymph and move it around the body. Just helps detoxification. So we talked about breathing, supporting the lungs, because we can eliminate so many toxins through just our breath. So it's important. Make sure you're breathing clean. Clean is a blend of clean and fresh. Clean, fresh air to support detoxification, not like toxic by the roadside or in a busy park where it's polluted air, okay? Support your lungs. And in practicing meditation and breath work every day, you are supercharging your juice cleanse, because you are telling your body every time you come into this calm state, you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system. So you have heard about fight or flight mode. That's your sympathetic nervous system. Go, 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 gotta go, go, go. Do you know what? That's counterproductive to healing. So your body actually cannot switch on the healing mode, the get around to it mode, when you're in the go, go, go. So you might juice cleanse, you might have all the nutrients, but if your body's nervous system says, I'm not safe, this is not the time, I'm not at rest, it won't be able to safely release those toxins and do the work, okay? Really important. So that's why I advise, if you are busy juggling so much, maybe a juice cleanse isn't for you right now, okay? Because you need to be able to calm your nervous system to go deep into that healing. And on that note, you need the time to support your emotions, okay? When you study how our emotions are linked in with toxins in our body, when you see that the fat cells are storing these toxins, or maybe they're toxic thoughts and toxic emotions, when they're released, they need some grace time to be able to be touched with love or accepted or acknowledged, so that they can be released from our body and from our biofield, okay? So supporting the emotions is massive. And I really did this on my juice cleanse. I really looked at what my ovarian cyst was connected to emotionally, and the ovaries speak of our creativity and our expression. So obviously for me as a female, my feminine expression, my ability to create and to express myself as a female, I had toxins around that, okay? I had shame around that. I was being suppressed in many ways, and I am sure many women can relate to how there's been a suppression of expressing our beautiful, divine, feminine essence. And so I did that work. I went deep, I journaled, I used affirmations, and I allowed myself to release any of those toxic thoughts and emotions. So prayer, meditation, essential oils, they're really great in facilitating emotional release too. So if you join the Juice Cleanse, we can provide you support with all these things. Okay, on a more practical note, what juicer should I buy? That's totally up to you. I bought a cold press juicer, an Oscar cold press juicer, because it preserves the nutrients the best, okay? It's, in my opinion, the best kind of juicer, but also great juicers are the Breville ones. They're centrifugal, they have a blade, they work great too, okay? The worst thing you could do is to blend in a blender and then sieve all of the fiber out. I do not recommend that at all. Juicing takes a lot of time without doing it that way. And so you need a juicer, whether you borrow one from a friend or you invest in a brand new one, that's up to you. Or secondhand ones, also great. Okay, so you will need to buy a juicer. So make sure you get prepared if you want to join us. Yep, and both juicers are going to do a good job. So a little plug for the Oscar juicer that I purchased. You can see my kids eating ice cream. What does this have to do with juicing? Well, this is what my Oscar juicer can do. It can turn frozen fruit into nice cream. So here they are with some mango, banana, and berries and made into some nice cream. And we love that. So that's why I invested in it. It did cost me $550, but if you want to have a little deal, then let me know and we can get you one delivered for $4.99. 25-year warranty on the motor. So you've got a juicer for life. If you know that you want to do this for the long haul, then I recommend it. You can also make nut butters and bliss balls in it, and pasta too. So we're getting near the end. If you would like to join the 5-day juice cleanse, you're going to get coaching and support from me, and you're going to be part of an online community doing it in a Facebook group. So that is aiming to start Saturday, 7th of November. If you need to flex your dates, last time we did this, people just started earlier or later as they needed. You go for it. If you want to do 7 days, if you want to do 3 days, entirely up to you, but this group will be open for a couple of weeks and we'll jump on board just to coach you into it. So it's only $33 to have that support of my support and the community, and you get to message in the group about any questions you have. And if so, that's before 1st of November. Otherwise it's $44. So I'm going to be doing the juice cleanse. You're going to get printable guidelines, the recipes, the shopping list, and how the produce prep guide. And there's going to be additional cleansing methods too that I teach in there. We coach you into a smooth transition into your juice cleanse, so you're going to get the most out of it. I'm going to provide support for the emotional inner work, and the important part also is guidance in ending your juice cleanse so you don't go and trash your house after you clean it, all right? So that is our workshop. Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Are you ready to experience the healing power of living juices, living fruits and vegetables? Because I would be honored to coach you through that. These are my 4 main recipes. Again, I will be providing printable recipe sheets for you to use, and there'll be more recipes to explore as well, depending on what produce you have. But yep, this was my green juice, large celery. I had silver beet in here, 3 green apples, 1 large lemon, and 1 inch of ginger. So you can see the variety of juices that I mainly work with. But I'll share some more stuff coming soon in this space. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm really, really honored that you would join me just in learning and exploring what a juice cleanse is it for you, and maybe what you can get out of a juice cleanse. So that's all. If you still have questions after listening to this whole workshop, pop them in the comments, and also just consider, you should see in this group a link to joining the 5-day juice cleanse, and if you would like to do that, then jump on board and join that, and we'll be starting a Facebook group really soon to help prep you for that juice cleanse. All right, well, have a wonderful evening or whatever time of day it is for you, and I bless your health journey. Yeah, you are worthy of nourishing, of cleansing your body, your temple, and you are worthy to make this step, to love on yourself, to gift yourself a juice cleanse. All right, blessings.